ADHD, 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 it's alive. ADHD, 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 it's alive.
Yo, check, mic check. Okay, bet, there we go. I'm using Edison this time, and I pressed a button, and now the screen where it shows your wavelengths in your voice is, it was black when I pressed the play button, and then when I start talking, you can see all the squigglies and everything. I'm not sure what that means, but I will look at a YouTube video to figure out exactly what is happening after I upload this episode, of course. I will say it has been a very trying couple of months. I'm not even going to say weeks or days. It's been a couple months, man. I'm just like, what's going on, man? I'm starting to remember why I cut a lot of people off and like stopped talking to a lot of people back then. And it's like I smoked so much weed between now and then, and it's like I feel like I've given people, time to grow up, mature, and do the right thing, just better themselves, get out of those situations they was in when we was kids, and just be happy in life, And some of them, yeah, they did good. They're doing great, and it melts my heart, I'm glad I'm glad to see them doing better, And maybe one day we'll get to hang out pretty soon. I mean, I've already hung out with a couple of those friends, caught up, talked a little bit, but, as for the rest, the bad apples, spoiling it from the bunch, I'm getting ready to just, cut people off from the past altogether. Like, you can stay where you're at. Like, I don't want you coming here anywhere near me with your toxic tail energy. Oh, there goes the phone right there. Boom. Another one. Let me stop. That's somebody new. That's somebody new. Excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold too, so you'll hear me do that noise a little bit from time to time, and I hope that's alright with y'all. Oh boy, man, I got fat off this pizza. I ate about 4 slices of the DiGiorno pepperoni with the rising crust. Well, I gave the crust design. Yeah, baby's teeth is getting rotten and stuff, so supposed to fix him some chicken with the rice. Oh man, he loves that. He eats that up real good. But then I hear him like biting like extra hard. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It's not like the dog food, man. It's not them hard little pebbles. This is food. This is the good stuff. This is the people food. Like, I would put him on the little, the wet food, but, the wet food just tears his stomach all to pieces, and then he's just, like, going on himself, and he can't control it. It's just slipping out, and he's just looking at you as he's doing it, and he looks so sad. He's like, no, don't do it. Don't look at me. I'm sorry, Papa, I didn't mean to poop on the floor. And it's like, I know, it's okay. And he just starts shaking really bad. He gets, like, real bad anxiety. Speaking of which, somebody asked me today, what do I do for my anxiety? And if I have it and stuff. And I'm just like, man, for real, I just take deep breaths and I just try to ride the wave best I can. Because I don't have any medicine for it. So I just got to do what I got to do. I got to bite the bullet. But now that I have alcohol and stuff to smoke, like cigars, yeah, I just take one down and open a cigar and smoke that thing up. Yeah, that's a poorly made song. That's a poorly made song. Don't ever use that. Then again, poorly made songs are like bangers these days. But shots fired at all the rappers. Oh, speaking of rappers, I saw a thing earlier with the crowd was trying to like trash certain rappers. They were at a J. Cole concert, and it was he was trying to like de-escalate the situation and stuff, and then the video went over to the those rappers, like the rappers they were trashing. They went over to their shows, and there wasn't people in the crowds, everything. They're riding I forgot the name of the song, but it's a pretty good song by J. Cole, where he basically just calls him out about riding trends, half-thought lyrics, just all the dumb stuff that they did to get famous, and now they're not popping anymore, so they're doing whatever they can just to, like, get back to where they were, and how they aren't on the charts anymore, really. Like, they barely got people showing up to their shows, and I didn't want to believe that until I saw the video, and they're like, where the people at? Like, even the artists like, hey, yo, ain't nobody here. That's sad. It's real sad to see, but, you know, it's all good. I mean, hopefully they, you know, maybe, trying to be optimistic about this, y'all. Hopefully they'll get to where they need to be at some point. But maybe that's just not right now, you know? Maybe if your stuff had substance, it was relatable, if it was like party, or if it was conscious, you know, music, you'd be okay. But when you when you're doing all that and flexing gold chains and Lamborghinis, Bugattis, exotic animals, and you have nothing to show for all that at the end of the day, like, if you were smart about it, you would have rode that wave out knowing that it was going to end one day, and you would still have money left over. You would still be able to put food on the table. You'd at least have an investment account or something, portfolio built. I don't know. I just feel like there's no excuse for you to be, like, struggling right now, especially after you rode a wave and trend, and the tree's trends lasted for a good little minute. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple ones too that you could have rode, but, you know, some of them they did what they did, and now they're at because of the choices that they made in their life. Well, that's another thing. I am the result of all the choices that I've made to this point. As I look around my studio, as I take a deep breath, I think I made a lot of good choices to get to this point. Here lately, I've been making some pretty poor choices, but, I mean, I'm bouncing back. I'm getting back up on my feet. I mean, we all got to go through a little rough patch in life. Like I was saying, you know, it's been a weird couple months. It's been a weird couple months. Like, that whole manifestation thing, like, it's powerful. It's insane. Like, I done manifested people back into my life, and I underestimated the power of it, you know? Because I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe things will be different, and they definitely weren't. It was like, it was good in the beginning, it was great, and then it just turned to shit really fast. Like, really fast. And it's like, why? What the hell? What did I do? Why am I being punished right now? Like, oh, this isn't me? What? This is fake? What? Okay, whatever. You can go back to whatever hole you crawled out of and pretend like I don't exist, because I didn't exist for the past umpteen years, or past couple years. Like, don't you dare. Don't come over here with that. Because I done went through a lot of stuff. I done went through a lot of changes to get to where I am now. And, like, if you ever want to get to where I'm at now, you got to be willing to walk the walk. You can't just talk about it. You got to be willing to walk that walk. Like, I really had to, like, listen to what my parents had to say, buckle down. And thank God for, you know, my church family and the support system I have in place now. They're like my prayer warriors, you know, the ones that pray for me that I don't know that they pray. And then there's the ones that are in my support system that I know about. I talk to them from almost daily, and they let me know that they're praying for me, you know. Like, I'm at a point where I can be completely 100% honest with everybody now, and I am extremely grateful for that. I've been wanting that for a while. Like I don't have to sugarcoat nothing. I don't have to pretend to be somebody else when I get around certain people. I can just be me and they accept me for me, and that's it. That's it. Like I've always wanted that at the church, and now that I've found it, it's like I'm not letting go of that. No, of course not. It's like they're so down to earth. They're like very understanding, and they want what's best for me. Because they were where I was at some point in their life, and they're just trying to teach me to get to where they're at right now. It's like they see the potential in me that I don't see at times, and it's shocking. It's mind-boggling. It really is. So whenever I invite people into my circle, I'm giving them the same love, the same energy, and they're just like, nah, bro. Nah, you need to back away. Like, you on some extra stuff. You need to go somewhere. You need to chill. You need to chill with that, bro. Like, you being weird. And it's like, no, I'm not being weird. I'm being me. I'm showing the same love and same energy that I've been receiving for the past couple of years, and it feels good. Like, when you remove yourself from a toxic situation, toxic city, like, thought patterns, like, it feels good. And it took, like I said, it took me a while to get here. This didn't like happen overnight. Like, y'all may think that, well, I'm not even gonna say y'all because that's unfair to my listeners, but some of the people that I've allowed back in my life feel as though everything that I've been doing is just like fabricated, it's fake, it's unreal. And you're right, it's definitely unreal, but newsflash, baby, it's pinch yourself, because you're not dreaming. Pinch yourself. And I know I already said that, but it's just mind-boggling. The stuff that's been said to me, the people that I've trusted when I brought them back in, and I'm not going to say I haven't been, the sharpest tool in the shed, or the bigger person. I definitely stooped down below to where I used to. Like, I how do I say this? I definitely allowed some things to get to me, and I definitely stooped down to a couple of people's their level. I got on their level with them, and they were just in shock that I did that, and then it just confirmed that, oh, you're not who you say you are, because I made you do this. And it's like, that's sometimes I feel like that's the only way I can, like, reach people, if I just, like, get on their level. That way they understand, because some of the things I say, it's just going to keep going over their head until they level up in life, until things start to click. It won't ever click. It's just going to continue going over their head. Like, I done been with people, and I didn't change their whole, pretty much their entire life, their entire lifestyle. The moment we stopped talking, they back to their bullcrap. They back in the same shady situations that they got themselves in before we even met. I mean, granted, they got a couple of perks, but I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, like, y'all, people, we do it to ourselves. Especially when God sends us a helper to help us out of situations. We do it to ourselves. I do it. I know I do it. You push them away, you let them in, you do a couple of things, everything's going good, boom, bada bing, but then as soon as things get hard, and I mean like super hard, you just up and throw in the towel. I've done it. I've definitely done it, yeah. But did I fall back into my bull crap? Yeah, I did. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. Have I let it consume me to the point where it affected everything in my life? No, because I've come too far to turn back now. And it's like, if I ever help anybody, like, upgrade in life, I would never want them to, like, go back to doing the stuff that they was doing that got them in the situation they was in the first place. Like, if you're doing good and we fall off, I want you to continue doing good. I don't ever want the worst for you. Regardless of what was said, regardless of what was done, like, I need you to be okay at the end of the day, because I'm gonna be okay at the end of the day, and that's just how I was raised. Like, I gotta think about me first, and sometimes I forget to think about me because I just have a big heart, and sometimes I wish I didn't have such a big heart. Maybe I can be as heartless and cold as some of these people out here, but God had other plans. And I ain't mean to get on here and vent, but I'm not gonna, like, say too much or say too little. I got people that's peeping the podcast just to make sure I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why we gotta be kids about this? Like, you don't believe what I'm saying because you think that I'm that spiteful. I'm just gonna do that. Like, that says a lot. That says to me that you really don't trust me. So now I have to make sure you're not gonna do anything that's gonna get me in trouble or add any more shit to my situation. And I'm just like, I only want what's best for you. And the person that I'm talking about know exactly who I'm talking to, especially if they listen to this episode. I'm not going to put their business out there because it's not my business to tell. I'm not going to add unnecessary stress and pain and whatever comes with me saying what I have to say. I'm not going to add that to their life. Like, yeah, lots of things were said between me and said person. At the end of the day, I still love them. I always want the best for them. Like, even 10 years from now, if they still don't have it right, you know, I'm still going to show them the same love and same everything. I just know how to go about the situation now. And I got to learn from my mistakes, and I hope they learn from their mistakes. Look, I didn't need to get on here and vent. I was on one today. Like, I was a phone call away from quitting my job. Like, if my success coach had picked up the phone, I would have been like, "Hey, boss." He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try this music thing." Deuces. I'll still watch the dogs, though. Don't worry, I got you. We just need to go back to being friends, because seriously, don't ever work for your friends. It's just weird. It's weird. I mean, at first it was cool. It was alright. It was okay. But if I'm being completely 100% honest, it's not for me. It's just not for me. And the reason why I say that is because I take things personal. I get in my head. Especially if we going from one thing to another and it's not enough for you, but I know I'm doing the best I can, but you're still encouraging me at the same time. And then we want to talk about hanging out afterwards, and it's like, nah, I got things to do. And I don't mean to be that way. I mean, you've done a lot for me, and I really appreciate that. Your patience, your time, your money, your financials, same thing. Anyway, I really appreciate all that, but we need to go back to being friends. Like, that was going through my head today. It's been, like, lingering on my mind for, like, a good little minute, because, yeah, it's like, this, I've already jumped through hoops before. I'm not going to jump through hoops for you. Especially when my best isn't good enough. Like, the moment I sense that, the moment that becomes a thing for me, wherever I'm working, regardless of who it is, that's when in my mind, there's a snap that goes off, and I'm just like, okay, all right, that's fair. You're right. I'm not fast enough. I'm too slow. Yep. You're just going to get sarcasm and more bullshit. Yeah. And I don't mean to be that way, but that's just the way my mind is. It's like, I've already been to this shit where I'm over here jumping through like 20 different hoops while balancing a plate on the top of my head, and at the same time holding the fish bowl upside down and trying to keep the water inside the bowl. I done all that before, and it still wasn't enough at the end of the day after you did it. Like, did you do such and such? And you're like, no. See, this is why, blah, 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 blah. You need to do this, and you're just messing up, and you want to get mad or whatever, and you don't have an attitude because you're messing up, and it's like, I did everything else you asked me to do, except for the one thing. The one thing you didn't give me time to do. And then when I tell you I'm going to go do that, you're like, no, let's not do that right now. We're going to work on this. And then when I still don't do it, you're like, see, this is why, but. And then it's like, it's a nonstop thing. And that's the, I see why people don't want to go back to work. They don't want to deal with this crap anymore. You can be your own boss. You can work your own hours. You don't have to work at all. You don't have to put up with anybody else's crap. And at the end of the day, I'm still screaming. Trying to do better with the cussing. I'm really trying. I'm about to say F the 9 to 5. Okay. I guess I can say that because I'm not really using the F word. It's just I'm saying the letter. So F. I'm at the end of the day, it's still F the 9 to 5, but bills got to be paid. I mean, how else am I gonna like be able to get on here every week and do my thing? I just got to be able to replace the income that I make in now, and then I'm just gonna like honestly, if I could gig once a week at one spot and do gigs everywhere else during the rest of the week, I should be able to cover my bills, or at least 3/4 of them, and then only have to work part-time to, handle the rest. Honestly and truthfully, like, I have everything I need, so I don't necessarily need to have extras. And like if anything, I'm just working for extras. I'm just trying to maintain a lifestyle that I don't really have to live, but I've chosen to live. So I don't have to have alcohol. I don't have to have weed. I don't have to have cigars. I don't have to have any of that shit. But because I've been blessed with blessed enough to have it, I chose to invite that madness back in my life. And the moment I cut that stuff out, the moment I'll start to see, where everything is going, and it's like, oh, so that boom, okay, like necessities. Like when you're doing your budget, you gotta have your necessities in there, and these are definitely not necessities. I'm not saying I'm struggling, but I know I can be better without them. If I was to I know I'm okay. I know I'll be good if I decided to quit my job tomorrow. I know I'll be good because I know I can go without those things. I guess that's what I meant to say. Sometimes the things that I want to say don't come out in the proper order, and it comes out pretty bad, and then you're like, oh my gosh, Malachi, why didn't you say anything? We would have helped you. And I'm like, that's not what I was trying to get at. What I'm trying to say is, if I decided to do this, then I wouldn't need that, and all this extra crazy stuff, it's already taken care of. Because I've already put in the work. And that's a whole nother, side conversation that I think I might indulge in. I feel like I was brought down here so that I could get my music gear, start my music career up, and get my head, in the game. Get my head in the game. Because now there's opportunities just popping up all over the place. I could go anywhere I want, boom, 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 boom. I just gotta, take bro with me. And I love living with my brother. I think that was the best decision ever, to be honest. I love living with little bro. Granted, he's gonna have to find himself a job, so he can handle his stuff. But wherever I go, I want little bro with me. And if I could really have my way, I want my sister with me too. That way we can all just be together all the time. Really, I miss my family, y'all. I really do. But like I said, opportunities just popping up anywhere, left and right. Boom, 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 boom. And hopefully, God, Lord willing, I'd have my family with me wherever I go. Honestly, I love it. I love being around family. After having to go through the whole COVID thing and not being able to see them. I mean, I still saw them. It was just weird, because it's I went from starting to see them a lot more, go up there every week, and then it's COVID, boom. Oh, if you go home, you have to let us know. Otherwise, we're going to fire you. Yeah, jobs. We're essential. You need to be here, and you better wear your mask, boy. That's how they they're just walking around like they just got a big old John. And they proud of it, too. Just swinging and smacking people with it. And they tried to hit me with that thing a couple times. Last time they did, I was just all right, enough. I said enough. I hope it gets caught in the zipper. And they was well, here in company policy, you can't talk like that to us. We can do whatever we want and get away with it because we know how to word it. Oh, yeah. And like I said, I wasn't having that, so I left that situation. Another opportunity came about. That didn't fall through. Another opportunity came about. I'm starting to think, maybe if I stay, then I'll be able to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C. But at the same time, I got to deal with butter. And maybe if I just deal with the butter, I can deal with X, Y, and Z. I'll be able to do that stuff on my own someday. So that's why I'm trying to like stick around. But at the same time, it's like music. That's just been like, that's all I've been wanting to be about. And I dropped that song Saturday, right? Mind you, I've had this song in my computer since like February. It is now June. What am I doing with my life? Why is that song still in my computer? Along with like 4 or 5 other songs. Just chilling. Just chillaxing, right? I'm not going to say I didn't get distracted, because I definitely did. I definitely got distracted. I fell hard. Pretty hard. Like, bam! Like, hit your, you know how you ride a scooter and you hit the back of your heel? Yeah. I know you missed those days. Clipping that ankle? That's how bad it felt. Like, it was sad. It was really sad, but again, hopefully, we can still be friends at the end of the day. Anyway, yeah. Why do I still have this in my computer? So I get it. I start editing. I start working on it. At the same time, I'm going through this situation where my chest feels like I'm getting punched by 1,000 little karate kids or whatever. Just like boom, 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 boom. Or Ip-Man. You know how he does the thing where he's playing with the wooden dummy, and then you see him fight somebody and he does like the quadruple fist combo. And just like do. I wish you guys could see this, but it's like super fast. I'm going through that. Like, that's what it feels like on the inside, right? I'm just getting beat up, getting abused, getting mopped on the floor, wallowing in my feelings and stuff. And at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this song done. I'm gonna drop this song because I feel like the timing is just perfect. I mean, the timing couldn't have been any more perfect. And anyway, like I said, I just dropped it Saturday. Tell me how we are sitting at 200 and something plays, almost 260 plays. I think it's 250 now. I think last time I checked it was like 253, 256. But anyway, 251. I looked at it yesterday. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, what? How we go from 91 to 247, 250? What? Huh? What? I mean, granted, I did promote it to a lot of people, but it didn't feel like I hit that many people up. I just sent it to people that I knew would listen and who would appreciate my art. That's all I sent it to. I was not expecting it to get the buzz that it did. But with that little buzz, it was just like, I'm not even a numbers guy anymore. I thought somebody was playing games with me. I thought they ran it through a database or something, because you can do that. You can pay somebody to send your thing to the database, and then you get a lot of plays. But at the same time, it's like, is that really real? Is that like, yeah, I had to pay for this. It doesn't feel okay. This doesn't feel right to me. So that's where I was at with that. Let me change the timing on this one to 60 minutes. Boom. Because we almost lost the beginning of the episode. Oh, yeah, I caught it that time. I was going to drop like this half... trying to get better with the cussing. I'm trying to get better with my cussing. I almost dropped this short episode. Like, it was like 17 minutes long. I'm just stumbling on my words. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't really talk much. I was floating in and out of consciousness. I was a little buzzed. And definitely sleepy. Definitely, like, sleepy. Heck, I'm sleepy now. But I know I just had to get done. So anyway, I dropped a little song. I'm getting lots of feedback, like good feedback too. Really good feedback. Things that I wanted to hear. And I'm expecting, somebody to tell me, hey, this sounded a little off. We need to work on that and everything. And nobody... I guess I was just overhyping it up in my head about it sounding bad. Like I guess I was expecting it to be, horrible. because of, the previous stuff that I've uploaded. I'm sorry, guys, if you guys can't hear me as much, but I had to lay back a little bit in this chair because I am getting a little tired, like I said. Oh, hope this is better. I turned the mic around facing me, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little better. But yeah, excuse me. It only motivated me to work even harder. And in the midst of, getting Bruse Lee kicked in the chest by my situation, why? Whole entire situation, bro. Anyway, it like I said, it only motivated me to go harder. Only made me want to do music even more. I took the entire Saturday just mixing, taking things out, adding things, trying to get my levels right, getting my brother's input on, the vocals. Are the vocals sitting on the beat properly? I mean, just all day. It was a whole entire day process getting that song together, just so it can be released. Because like I said, I've got complete whole songs, WHOLE, whole ass songs on the I just cussed again on my laptop, man. And I finished the feature that morning and sent that off because dude had been waiting on it, and I'm like, I'm not about to have him waiting anymore. So I sent it off. I didn't expect nothing of it. I thought, he may like it, he may not. He snapped. He was like, yo, what the, bro, this is it right here. I'm like, I appreciate that. I tried. I really did. Because I didn't know how to go about that. I've never written about GTA before. Well, for those who don't know GTA, that's Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I made references to Liberty Stories, John Wick, My Love Life, smoking weed, just anything that was tangible to the stories told in the Grand Theft Auto series. I definitely made a couple of different I made a lot of references to the video game. That's what the song's about. References to the video game GTA 5. Well, not 5, but all of them. And if you're a true GTA fan, you will pick up on what I was putting down. Get it? Because I dropped a song earlier. Cricket. Alright, I'm going to get off of here. I feel like I babbled just a little too much today. But other than all, I'm extremely grateful for the people I have in my life and for the people that I'm working things out with. I'm glad that we're able to communicate and discuss things like civilized folk, especially after tough situations that we put ourselves into. I mean, I'm cutting that out. All right, you guys have a wonderful and blessed evening. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the ADHD Life Podcast. I will be speaking with you soon. Be on the lookout for new music. Oh, I didn't even shout out my new song. My new song is called Unrequited Love. That's UNREQUITED Love, LOVE, by i.a.m.m.a.l.a.c.h.i with a period in between each letter. I will be dropping the link to that song below in the description. Be sure to tune in, subscribe for more content. I'm working on a saxophone album, little EP. That's coming out pretty soon as well. I've been told I need to record my sax and keep CDs on deck. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've been making moves in the right direction, but I've also been staying stagnant. But it feels like I've been stagnant. It's just, you're making the moves and you feel like nothing's happening, but at the same time, you got to trust the process. You got to know that things are happening because, man, if you would ask me a year ago, I was ready to give up. Like, I'm just like, bro, why is this not working? What is going on? And then I have to humble myself because, like, people like Russ, he waited 10 years just to get to the start line. 10 years for people to start, like, really listening to and messing with his music. And a lot of artists did. Like, it took them a while. They didn't just blow up overnight. And for the ones that did, they were just riding trends and, like, they got the equation right. But at the same time, they also suffered. They're suffering now. They sold their soul for a little bit of fame, and now they're suffering. Boom, boom, boom. And the people that have put in the time, put in the work, they're the ones that's running the show. They already know what's up. So when Smock Double C E-Liquid, when he pops off, nobody's ever heard of him. He just blows up overnight. And give it, a year. Matter of fact, give it 5 years. They probably won't even be... Smock's Double C E-Liquid probably won't even be rapping. He probably won't even be doing what he was doing to get famous. He'll probably be flipping burgers at the burger joint. Not trying to throw shade, but that's what's happening to, like, a lot of these people. So it's just confirmation for me to keep going, getting all these little gigs here and there and people knowing my name and hearing about me and stuff. And it's just like, heck yeah. This feels good. This feels great. I'm glad to be known. Sheesh. It'll make me hold myself to a higher standard, too, at the end of the day. And I'm going to be honest. It feels really good to be me. I don't have to hide who I am. I don't have to sugarcoat nothing. I could just be me. And people are okay with that. It was harder when I was a kid because I felt like everybody was watching and, you're going to be judged for being you. And I was judged for being me, but now that I'm an adult, I don't have time to think about what people have to think of me. I don't care. I really don't care what you think about me. Shoot. You listen to my music? Okay, cool. You don't? All right, bye. Bye, Felicia. You're going to support me? You're going to support my career? Heck yeah, that's great. Oh, you don't? You want to show me your Jordans? Bye, Felicia. I ain't got time for it. Told you, man, I'm a changed individual. Like, I got goals, I got plans, and I got dreams. Like, I'm trying to, see my dreams to the end. I mean, there's got to be more to living than this rat race and this 9-to-5 bull crap where you got to struggle to make ends meet and they give you just enough money so that you don't go broke, but you don't get rich. All I'm saying is it's a load of hoopla. All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to go. I'm going to go this time. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep thinking of things to talk about. Oh, speaking of things to talk about, the freaking pool is finally open. I get to the pool, right? I mean, I don't have any trunks or anything because, I was like, well, maybe you need a pass. Guess who needs a pass to get in the pool? Little old moi. And I can't get one until Friday. They've been closing the office and stuff because one of their not a sales rep. She's not a sales rep. One of the office workers had to have double knee surgery or something crazy, right? Like, dang, talk about the worst timing ever. But at the same time, it kind of worked itself out. I mean, I'm not tripping. I still got a place to live. I mean, the pool is finally open after being here for almost 11 months. No pool at all whatsoever. We moved in, the pool was closed. And here we are. He was getting ready to move out. Oh, pool's back open. But you need a pass. Oh, you guys are ridiculous. Then they came in here and replaced the lights and stuff. But they didn't replace the stove. What kind of backwards mess is that? Someone just talk to me, please. What was their reasoning or thinking behind that? I think they just wanted to be nosy. Yeah, I think they just wanted to be nosy. And then, we don't have a lot of parking, right? They put another storage container, the ones you see on the giant ships that float in the middle of the ocean. They put another one of those in the parking area. And they got us packed like sardines now. And you wonder why people park the way they park. Because they don't want nobody hitting their stuff. But then again, you got people. You just got people that don't care, don't know any better, or whatever. So yeah, that's a thing now. That's a thing. Limited parking. But all right, y'all. I'm getting off here for real this time. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay peaceful. Count your blessings. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Bye.
ADHD, ADHD, ADHD,